लक्ष्मण पै फोंडेकार हांच्या बद्दल सगळ्यांक खबर आसा. गोंयचे एक सुपुत्र, मडगांवचे एक ज्येष्ठ मनीस, एक मडगांवकार, तशेंच जे नामनेचे आर्टिस्ट, कलाकार, एक पेंटर आनी गोंयचे एक लेजंड म्हणपाक शकता, जांकां पद्मश्री, पद्मभूषण आनी गोमंत विभूषण हातून सन्मानीत केला. अशा एका व्यक्तीन जाणें गोंयभर नांव केलेंच, पूण तांच्या कामान तांच्यांनी इंडिये पासून आनी गोंयच्या भायर, इंडियेच्या भायर आनी जगभर तांच्यांनी नांव कमयलें. हांचे जन्मशताब्दी म्हाका करपाक मेळटा हें हांव म्हज्या खऱ्यांनीच भाग्य समजता. आतां लक्ष्मण पै बाबाची आनी म्हज्या आज्याची मैत्री खूब पयलींची आशिल्ली. आमचे जर फॅमिली रिलेशन म्हळें जाल्यार आमचे फॅमिलीचे आनी फोंडेकार फॅमिलीचे रिलेशन बरें पयलींच्यान आसा. आतां हाजें एक एग्जाम्पल म्हळ्यार हांवें पयर एक बूक वाचलो. जेन्ना लक्ष्मण पै बाबाक गोमंत विभूषणान सन्मानीत केल्ले तेन्ना गोवा आर्ट एंड कल्चरान एक तांचेर बुकलेट छापिल्ली आनी तातूंत भितर दामोदर बाब मावजो हांच्यांनी एक आर्टिकल बरयल्लें. तातूंत तांच्यांनी सांगिल्लें की लक्ष्मण पै बाब जेन्ना गोंया येताले तेन्ना ते सदांच दोन मनशांक मेळटाले, एक तांचे मामा आनी तांचे गुरू रामनाथ बाब मावजो आनी दुसरे बाबू नायक म्हणून. 21 जानेवारी 2026 लक्ष्मण पै बाबाची जन्मशताब्दी सोंपता. इट स्टार्टेड इन 2025 आनी 2025 आमी गव्हर्नमेंटाक अपील केलें की तांच्या नांवाचेर एक स्टेट फंक्शन जावचें म्हणून. पूण अनफॉर्च्युनेटली तें जावना आनी ती संदी म्हाका मेळ्ळी. हे एक बरी गजाल जाली. म्हणून आतां आमी होच फंक्शनाक मेळून आकाशूय हांगा आसा आनी विथ युअर ड्यू परमिशन वी वॉन्ट टू डिमांड टू थिंग्स टू द गव्हर्नमेंट which we will take to the CM also and to the opposition also that Goa College of Art जे आसा ताका आमी लक्ष्मण पै फोंडेकाराचें नांव दिवचें, कित्याक ती कॉलेज वयर काडपाक तांचो खूब मोठो हात आसा. म्हणटकीच हे एक पयलो डिमांड आसा. आनी दुसरो म्हणटा तो जी गोवा युनिव्हर्सिटी आसा तातूंत तांच्या नांवाचें एक चेअर जावचें. हे जावपाकूच जाय, कित्याक तांचें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन जे गोंया खातीर आसा, जे आमचे भुरग्यांक खबर आसपाक जाय आनी हे आतां फुडल्या पिळगेक करपा खातीर हे हॅव टू डू इट. तशें जाल्यार आतां संजय सरान सांगलें की फुडले जे जनरेशन आसा तांकां लक्ष्मण पै बाब कितें आशिल्लें, ताचें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन कितें आशिल्लें तें कळपाकूच जाय आनी तें आमी तरी विसरपाक दिवपाक ना.
77 ते 87 अशी 10 वर्सां सर थंय आशिल्ले. हांव त्या वेळार म्हाका याद आसा, हांव सराक कसो मेळ्ळा तर हांव विद्यार्थी म्हणून मेळ्ळा 3-4 वर्सां, आनी ताज्या नंतर त्यांच्या बरोबरीन काम करपी म्हणून एक चित्रकार टीचर असोय मेळ्ळा. तर हांवें सराची ही दोनूय येवपाक आनी ताज्या नंतर जे ऑफकोर्स फिल्डान सराचें कितें काम चालू असलें तें पळयतालो. तर त्या अनुशंगान आय थिंक हांव वॉज लिटल लकी. सराचें एक म्हणणें आसलें की आर्टिस्टांक कॉलेजींनी आनी हातूंनी वचून शिकोवंक आर्ट कला शिकपाक गरजी ना. सर अशें उलयतालो, सरांच कला ही तुमी स्वता शिकपाची. मार्गदर्शन येस, कॉलेजींनी मेळटलें तें फक्त मार्गदर्शन आनी तुमी तें घेवपाक तुमी येवपाक जाय कॉलेज, आनी तें तशें घेतलें तरूच तुमी फुडें नांव कमयतले.
प्रसिद्ध महान चित्रकार आणि माझे कॉलेजातले प्रोफेसर लक्ष्मण पै हाचे विद्यार्थी जावपाक मेळ्ळें हें म्हजें भाग्य. आज ताची याद काडून ताका वर्गावपाक ही कार्यावळ हांगा मडगांवां जाता हें बरें दिसता. रंग आनी आकार मांडपाची आनी चित्र पितारपाची तांची शैली युनिक. प्रत्येक चित्र एक मास्टरपीस.
एक बरें दिसलें की हें शाल जे आंगार आमचें आसा ताका एक वेगळीच उब आसा. म्हज्या आवयचें नांव शाली आनी म्हजे कितले 100 सत्कार जाले घरा शाली आसात आनी आवय शाली. आनी ह्या शालीक जरी आकाशान हें शाल घालता तरी म्हाका सरानूच म्हज्या आंगार हें शाल घातलें सारकें दिसलां आनी ताची उब वेगळीच म्हाका लाभले. त्या उबेचो आदार घेवन फुडलीं सगळीं वर्सां सृजनशील मळार हांव काम करतलो अशी म्हाका खात्री आसा.
The 3 qualities which Sir had. One was he had a lot of humor. I'll tell you one simple example. As you say in Margao, I had to catch a bus, catch a ferry, catch another bus and go to Miramar. There was a third bus. So total 4 buses, 3 or 4 buses I had to catch. So every week, maybe once in 15 days, I had to come late. And for my bad luck, every time I came late, Sir was there in the class. He used to go for his rounds. And it was a common thing happening. When I used to walk in, everybody used to shout, "Are bus puncture zalo." Okay, that was a joke, a standing joke. One fine day, as I walked inside, Sir was there. "Kida zale re?" Sir, I scratched my head. "As ferry boat puncture zali." So that was the humor what he had. So
उगाच लक्ष्मण पै झाले नाही, त्यांनी खूप त्रास घेतलेले आहे, अथक परिश्रम घेतलेले आहे, तेव्हाच ते कुठेतरी पोचतात. आज दीनानाथ दलाल आहेत, त्रिंदात आहे, अनेक गोव्याचे चित्र, मुळगावकर आहेत, चिमुलकर आहेत, भोसले आहेत, अशा अनेक चित्रकार. हे झाले चित्रकार. इतर क्षेत्रातील सुद्धा मोठमोठे मान्यवर आपल्या गोव्याने ह्या भारताला दिलेल्या आहेत, जगाला दिलेल्या आहेत.
Thank everyone for coming. Especially, it's great to see his past students and eminent artists. So thank you, and special thanks to Mr. Pranam. Like I am actually, he very versatile, Mr. Vishal. I mean, I'm always amazed at your energy. Yeah, we saw it last time as well. No, I'm truly to put together an event like this from your own initiative. Thank you, Pramod. I mean, it's an amazing thing that you have done, and I think your feelings around what should be done with that work, I think, absolutely resonate. So, thank you, thanks a lot. I think you're doing amazing work. His students, I did so I followed Konkani. Unfortunately, somebody has to take some time and teach it to me. So when I come next time for a longer time, I will promise to learn. But I think you guys have done a fabulous job at portraying his character and portraying the paintings which art was his life. And I'm happy to say that I think from the beginning of his life till the end. Actually, I spoke to him, I think, a few hours before he passed away. And he made a last painting for me, which I have it with me at home. So till the end, he was still painting. And that is, I think, a very fulfilling life. Nobody can ask for anything more than that. So he lived a great life. And I think your grandfather, Babanai, I think he was his classmate. And there's one story he used to tell me that they were actually writing an essay to each other. So in his essay, he wrote, "I am well." And to Mr. Babanai, he wrote, "I hope you're also in a well." so he's telling me that. But I think I remember meeting your grandfather. He visited us in Delhi when we were there. So very, very, very fond memories. He always spoke very, very highly of him. So I think that was great. I mean, you guys have done a fabulous job at painting. I want to tell a little bit on one thing which amazed me about Dad was when he used to paint. He never really sketched much, and his control on lines and colors was fabulous. I was always confused on how that could be. So he doesn't honestly share too much. So, but once he told me that it was in his uncle, Mr. Mauso's studio, that at that time they were black and white photographs. So he used to, his job when he was, I think, a teenager, like 11 or 12 years old, his job was to paint color on the black and white photographs. So as a result of that, his control on what the color scheme should be started at a very early age. So that I think was again fortunate, but I think in all his life, and I've talked to some of his relatives as well, that all he thought was about art and painting. So that consumed him. It was pretty apparent. I know he took part in some freedom struggle during in the 40s in Goa, and I think he was arrested for the first time, and my grandfather, his father, managed to release him, and then he was arrested the next week again. And then I think the Portuguese basically slyly told my grandfather that he needs to leave Goa, otherwise they'll put him in jail for a pretty long time. So then my grandfather brought him to Mumbai, Bombay at that time. He was admitted in JJ School of Art. So in JJ School of Art, I mean, thanks to my grandfather, they bought him an apartment in Saraswat Colony in Mahim. And I was, because I went to college in Mumbai, and I visited his apartment each year. So he lived a better life than I did. In my hostel, truly. The hostel was really bad, but his apartment was amazing. So thanks to my grandfather to providing all that for my dad. And then, I mean, the students talked about the controversies that happened in JJ School of Art. So he decided to leave. I don't think he really told his father too much on where he was going to go. He just sold his apartment. He got 10,000 rupees, sold his apartment, took the boat to Marseille in France. And I said, "Well, did you know French?" He said, "No, I didn't know French." So he learned it. So one of the things he had, I think because I used to ask him, "How did you learn so much? How did you learn these instruments?" I said, "Can you teach me?" He says, "Take a book." I'm not that gifted. So there was some ability in him to just grasp music, grasp art. I don't think he knew very well on how that used to happen to him. So some people are blessed. Some people like me have to learn. We're not that blessed. So we did pretty fond memories. And then, of course, he was with us in US for a pretty long time, almost 10, 12 years or longer. And there you could feel that, what we felt, and Nidhi and I were talking about it. We felt that something was missing in his life when he was in the US. I wasn't sort of working out as well. And then I think Nidhi orchestrated the move to Goa. And I think the latter part of his life, when he came back, he really enjoyed it. You could see it. I mean, his life was a lot to do. He was very rooted. I think somebody said it as well. Though he traveled the world, but his life was rooted in India, especially in Goa. So it was very, very clear that he loved Goa. You could see it in his paintings. He loved the Indian culture, which he brought out, and he just loved being here. So I'm actually very grateful and thankful to the community for, in his latter part of his life, he had a blast. I mean, he really did. And thanks to all of you who visited him, who gave him such fond memories to remember. So I have nothing but positive things to say. And again, I really want to thank you, Bruno. I think you've done an amazing job to take this initiative by yourself. The little I could do, you've done this. So I'm very grateful to you. Thank you for all the efforts. Thank you for everyone for coming.